Pleasure to be your host this evening, and looking at the exit polls by approval. Joe Biden having a 57% approval rating, Donald Trump having a 47% disapproval rating on who should not be president. Looking at voter registration by age, it's about even. And now for our first poll closings at this hour for 7 p.m. Eastern poll closings, we have 6 states, 2 of them battleground. In the state of Vermont, Joe Biden is the projected winner. He will also carry the state of Virginia's 13 electoral votes. In the state of Indiana, its 11 electoral college votes will go to Donald Trump. He will also win the state of Kentucky's 8 electoral votes. The state of South Carolina and its 9 electoral votes are still too close to call. Joe Biden having a commanding lead at this point, but results still remain to come in. In the state of Georgia, 16 electoral votes, Joe Biden having about a 4-point lead over the other 2 candidates. It is still too close to call. In the state, looking at the electoral map, Donald Trump 19 electoral votes to Joe Biden 16. Mitt Romney still at 0. In the state of North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia, we now have our poll closings for the 7:30 Eastern poll closings. In the state of Ohio, its 17 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. In the state of North Carolina, its 16 electoral votes are too close to call, Joe Biden having a narrow lead over his opponents, with only 13% of the vote in. In the state of West Virginia, 4 electoral votes are still too close to call. Joe Biden having commanding lead, but Mitt Romney is quickly catching up to him, 31% in. Looking at the electoral map, Joe Biden at 33 to Donald Trump at 19. Kentucky was actually extremely close state. Donald Trump narrowly lost it, and Mitt Romney's party, the American Party, are quite disappointed. And now for our next poll closing, or 8 p.m. Eastern poll closings, we have 17 states. The swing state of Maine, the battleground state of New Hampshire, the key state of Pennsylvania, among others, the battleground state of Florida, and others. In the state of Missouri, 10 electoral votes, Mitt Romney, in his first win of the night, he will win the state of Missouri. The senator will also carry the state of Tennessee and its 11 electoral votes. The American Party doing exceedingly well today. In the state of Maine, however, Joe Biden will win their first congressional district, and it's 1 electoral vote. He's also the projected winner in their second congressional district. Mitt Romney investing heavily, but it did not pay off in this state. And in Maine at large, Joe Biden is the projected winner. In the state of New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes, Joe Biden the projected winner. He will also carry the state of Massachusetts and its 11 electoral votes. In the state of Rhode Island, its 3 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. The president will win this state. He will also carry the state of Connecticut and its 7 electoral votes. In the state of the Douglas Commonwealth, which is not yet officially a state, it will be so on January 3rd. It is actually electing its first 2 senators today, and we can now project that their vote will be Democrats. But under the Renaming Act, they already renamed themselves, so that's why it's not the District of Columbia right now. But he will carry their 3 electoral votes. In the state of Delaware, Joe Biden's home state, he will win all of their 3 electoral votes. He's also the projected winner. In the state of Maryland, he will carry all 10 of their electoral votes. And in the state of New Jersey, 14 electoral votes, all of them will go to Joe Biden. In the state of Illinois, 19 electoral votes, Joe Biden the apparent winner at this hour. In the state of Mississippi, 6 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. And in the state of Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. In the state of Alabama, 8 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. And in the state of South Carolina, 9 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. In the state of Georgia, 16 electoral votes is too close to call. Joe Biden having a 3% lead, 61% in, but quite a bit of the remaining results are coming from Gwinnett and Cobb counties, which are in the Atlanta metropolitan area and heavily favor the Democratic Party. And we will be watching this state. In the state of North Carolina, also too close to call, Joe Biden having a commanding lead over his opponents with only 24% in. In the state of West Virginia, 4 electoral votes, Joe Biden having a lead, but Mitt Romney catching up 53% in. On the state of Florida, 31 electoral votes, Joe Biden having a lead, a relatively big lead, 77% in, but some votes remain to come in from Miami-Dade County, as well as Broward and Volusia counties, which do favor the Democrats, as well as some more results from the Panhandle and Pasco County, which favor the GOP. So we shall yet to see, but it looks like Joe Biden is poised to win this swing state. In the state of Pennsylvania, Joe Biden's birth state, 47% favoring Biden. He's currently leading with a big plurality. Only 48% of the votes are in. We shall be watching this state. Romney is pleased by his decisive victory in Missouri and Tennessee, states he invested heavily in. Joe Biden at 111 electoral votes. Donald Trump's 49 to Mitt Romney's 21. Polls are now closing in the state of Arkansas under the 8:30 p.m. poll closings. And now Donald Trump, the projected winner in the state of Arkansas, he will win their 6 electoral votes. At this hour, Joe Biden at 111 to Donald Trump's 55 to Mitt Romney's 21. And now we have poll closings in quite a few states. 16 to be exact. 14 to be exact. Under the 9 p.m. poll closings. 156 electoral votes at stake in the states of Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Texas, New York, Kansas, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Louisiana. At this hour, we can now make projections. Mitt Romney is the projected winner in the state of Louisiana. In the state of Kansas, Mitt Romney the projected winner in this state. In the state of Nebraska at large, Mitt Romney the projected winner. He will win their 2 electoral votes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can project a Democratic U.S. House majority. Led by Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the Democrats will now control the lower chamber of the United States Congress. It remains to see who will control the United States Senate. Extremely unfavorable map for the Democrats. And the Republicans, the odds are in the Republicans' favor. And now, for going back to the presidential election, Nebraska's 1st district, and its 1 electoral vote will go to Joe Biden. He's also the projected winner in Nebraska's 2nd congressional district, and its 1 electoral vote. Joe Biden, the projected winner in the state of Colorado. He will carry its 10 electoral votes. He will also win in the state of New Mexico. He will carry the state of Minnesota's 9 electoral votes, as well as the state of Michigan's 15. It says 16. After the census, it went down. In the state of Wisconsin, he will carry their 10 electoral votes. In the state of New York, 29 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. No surprise here. In the state of Arizona, huge win for the Biden campaign. He will keep it blue. Its 12 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can project Joe Biden has been re-elected President of the United States. He's now President-elect, and he will serve another term till January 20th, 2029. Joe Biden, the projected winner because of our call that he will win the state of Texas and its 41 electoral votes, the state of Georgia and its 16 electoral votes, and the state of Florida and its 31 electoral votes. We can also project he will win the state of Pennsylvania and its 19 electoral votes. He's also the projected winner in the state of North Carolina. In the state of West Virginia, its 4 electoral votes will all go to Joe Biden. And now Donald Trump, a silver lining for the president, he will once again carry the state of North Dakota, as well as the state of South Dakota and its 3 electoral votes, and the state of Wyoming, a conservative stalwart state. In the state of Nebraska, he will win its 3rd district, conservative bastion in this state. This congressional district, it's heavily conservative, and it will go to Donald Trump. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can project a United States House supermajority for the Democrats. They now have a supermajority at this hour. We can do this based on Democrats holding 75% of their seats in the states that have not yet closed. States like California, Oregon, and Washington. If Democrats hold on to 75% or more or have a retention rate of 0.75 or higher, they will win the United States House supermajority, and we expect them to do so we can make this projection. Looking at the electoral map, including the Nebraska details, Joe Biden at 329 electoral votes to Donald Trump 65 to Mitt Romney's 37. It looks as if Mitt Romney might actually catch up with the former president and beat him if he wins in Iowa, his home state of Utah, Montana, Idaho, and Alaska. And now we have our 10 p.m. poll closings. 21 electoral votes at stake in the states of Nevada, Iowa, Montana, and Mitt Romney's home state of Utah. In the state of Montana, Mitt Romney is the projected winner, and he will carry their 4 electoral votes. It's a systems error. He will carry their 4 electoral votes. He will also carry the state of Utah's 6 electoral votes. He will win his home state. In the state of Nevada, Joe Biden, the projected winner, he will carry their 6 electoral votes. He will also carry the state of Iowa's 6 electoral votes. Mitt Romney narrowly losing in this state. Joe Biden having a plurality of 35% to Mitt Romney's 33.6%. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can project a U.S. Senate majority for the Democratic Party, led by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. The Democrats will have a majority. This was a difficult map for them, with vulnerable incumbents in states like West Virginia and Montana, but they have won it through. And now, looking at the electoral map, Joe Biden had 341 electoral votes to Donald Trump 65 to Mitt Romney's 47. It is, as you can see, it has not yet updated. President Biden is claiming he has a mandate for a 35% corporate tax rate. Democrats are cheering him on, especially in the U.S. House. And now we have polls closing in 5 states: California, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, and Idaho. In the state of California, Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris will win her home state, 54 electoral votes. He will also win the state of Oregon, 8 electoral votes, as well as the state of Washington and its 12 electoral votes. He's also the projected winner in the state of Hawaii. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can project a U.S. Senate supermajority for the Democratic Party after they will win quite a few key states back from the Republicans in Missouri, in Florida, among others. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a silver lining for the president: he will win the state of Idaho and its 4 electoral votes. We're having a systems error here. Looking at the electoral map, Joe Biden had 419 electoral votes, surpassing the 400 mark. He's the first Democrat in modern American history to win before the 11 p.m. poll closings, when California and Oregon and Washington, the West Coast, close. Huge win for the president here, and Romney has already called Biden to concede and wish him best. And now for our final poll closing, the state of Alaska. We can project Joe Biden will win this state. It went for Donald Trump in 2016 as well as 2020, but Joe Biden will win with a plurality of 46.3%. Looking at the electoral map, Joe Biden had 422 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 69 electoral votes to Mitt Romney's 47. Thank you for watching. Please hit the red button which says subscribe. If you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below, and please subscribe. It's really helpful to me. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by Tane Politic.